Hey y'all, welcome back to my channel. Uh, Today we are gonna be talking about Brittany Dawn. Brittany Dawn Davis, or whatever her last name is, and her apology that she just put out. So we're gonna react to this. It's called Breaking My Silence. I was sued by the state of Texas. So let's watch this show, shall we? Also, this Petty with a Purpose is Isabella Lanter merch. You should go get it. I will put her in the I will drop her link, her YouTube in the description. So let's just jump right into this.
In full transparency, I just had a breakdown because this is probably the hardest video.
We know. I just want to be transparent, you guys. I just had a breakdown because I actually have to sit here and make up excuses for why I just scammed so many people. We do not feel sorry for you, Brittany. Not at all.
You guys probably know by the title of this video what this is about. Yeah. And I'm gonna try not to get emotional. I'm not promising anything because at the end of the day, I'm human. And this has been the hardest 4.5 years of my life that I have had to keep.
You're emotional because you got sued by the state of Texas and the internet is dragging you for scamming people. You're not upset because you scammed people. You're just upset that you have to pay the money back to them.
Quiet and live in secret because I was not allowed to speak up. I was not allowed to say anything about this. I started at the beginning. Yeah.
The last 4 years really grifted off the pregnancy thing. So took a pregnancy test, 28,000 views, nursery reveal, the tea, it's trial week, banned on TikTok, my big announcement, lessons I learned in my 20s. You've just grifted over the last 4 years. Couples Q&A, stopped birth control, and this is what happened. Purity while dating. Let's talk about sex. Let's not. Girl, you have not kept silent about anything.
Before I do that though, I do want to say that I am so sorry for anyone that was genuinely hurt by this. It was never my intention to harm anyone. I started a business when I was young and it blew up and became something that I never could have seen coming, and because of that and because of my arrogance and just being dumb, for lack of better words, and not letting my pride get the best of me and being prideful and not asking for help.
Here's the thing. Nobody thought that you genuinely wanted to hurt someone. Nobody thought that you were trying to hurt people, intentionally trying to scam people. The issue is the way you handled it when things got bad.
You can do it.
Yeah. So 2012.
How'd you start?
I was in college and I remember just not having any confidence, being super insecure. I had low self-esteem and seeing all the girls on campus that were so bubbly and outgoing and just confident in their skin. And I wanted that, and I had been an athlete my whole life. And so I went on this journey in college after hitting a somewhat rock bottom, and ended up losing weight, had a drastic transformation, which I will put here on the screen so you guys can understand what that was for context. Really didn't even look like my before picture, anything. I looked like two different people, and that was also kind of when Instagram started. So I remember I had shared these photos on my Instagram just to be an inspiration. Literally nothing more than that.
Okay, I can see where she's coming from there. Everyone goes through that eventually. I mean, I went through that pretty much all through middle and high school, just wanted to look like the other girls. Even in college, when I first started college, I was like, I want to be like them. It is sad that she went through that because I know what that's like. And so, I dread the day that my niece or daughters or something have to feel that way. But it's still not an excuse to scam people.
never had the intention of starting a business. I never knew that a business could even come of that. Like, that was literally when Instagram first became a thing. And I just remember some of my posts going viral back then, and girls were asking like, hey, we have similar body types. How did you get there? What did you do? Like, I would love to reach this point. And so I just started sharing my journey. At this point, I'd been a personal trainer for quite some time. I was blessed to be under the umbrella of these personal trainers and this gym management, and they were just incredible, and I learned so much and was just so hungry to learn about all the things with anatomy and physiology. And I was passionate about seeing women reach their goals and feel confident in their own skin, and everything I had felt, I wanted other women to feel that too. And
like, did you have the credentials to be a personal trainer? Like, you kind of have to have, I mean, I guess you don't have to, but like, if you were wanting to start giving people fitness advice, I feel like you should have credentials for that.
2013, I was at home in my apartment. So I got this idea to start a website, not knowing what would come of it. In that, I made a website, and I never could have seen what was coming. My business took off. Yeah, I mean, it became a 6-figure business within the first year. Within 7 years, it surpassed, well over $1 million. Sometimes your reality grows faster than your perception of yourself. And I was young. I was a pre-vet student, like animal science degree. I didn't know how to run a business. I didn't know anything about owning a business. Like, I never had an intention to run a business.
What you were doing is sad fishing so that people will just pretend like, okay, well, she's so sad, she's remorseful, like, we can't be mad at her.
Or own a business. I never could have seen that coming. And I was 23. Yeah, I was 23 in 2013. So I was a baby, just trying to manage and learn. And sorry, I'm fidgeting, you guys. Oh my gosh, I'm a mess. My business grew so fast. I was young, I was dumb, I was naive. I had no idea how to manage this business that was now being placed in my hands.
You can help people without starting a business. And if you didn't know what you were doing, why didn't you ask someone for help and run your business ethically? If you didn't know what you were doing, why start?
I was prideful in a sense of, well, if it needs to be done, I'll just do it myself. I just wanted it done the right way. And I didn't realize at such a young age that you can entrust those tasks to other people.
Do not use your age as an excuse, because guess what? I am almost 23. I am an adult. You were an adult at 23. You were 23. You know what you're doing at 23. You know right from wrong. So don't use I was just a baby, I didn't know any better as an excuse. That's not an excuse. You do know what you're doing. You made the choice to do the things that you did. And if you truly thought that at 23, then I mean this wholeheartedly when I say you are an idiot.
So in 2019, there was a prank video that was put on YouTube by someone with a platform, a pretty large platform, and that person portrayed themselves as a father of a client of Brittany, approached her and caught her off guard and accused her of scamming his daughter.
My dad has always taught me that if you don't know what to say in the heat of a moment, it's better to not say anything than to say something you'll regret. And
I think it's because she was like, oh, like, I've been caught. Like, they know that I'm scamming people now, and you didn't know what to say.
Came off as she's being silent because she's guilty, and the internet just completely manipulated that entire situation. He was very abrasive because, truth be told, he doesn't deserve any more notoriety than he's already gotten by just having my name in the title of his video. Yeah.
His name is Cassidy Campbell. I will link his video down below.
That was unfair in this situation is The video perpetuated a false narrative that
Yeah.
that Brittany was a scammer and that she was a fraud and defrauded people intentionally.
She did defraud people, scammed them, did a lot of she did do those things. Maybe not intentionally, but she did them. So it's not a false narrative.
The one thing that I know that I can speak on probably better than Brittany can, is that this situation was investigated by the state of Texas. There was never any proof that she intentionally defrauded someone or scammed them. This was a simple...
Again, we didn't say that she's intentionally trying to scam people. Like, no, it wasn't intentional. She didn't set out to be like, you know what, I know this is going to scam people. But the problem is when she noticed that it was getting too much for her to handle, she should have stopped, and she didn't. She knew, okay, I know I'm supposed to be giving these people personalized fitness plans, but I don't have the time, so I'm just going to give them the same one as everybody else and just hope nobody ever notices.
Situation
Growth.
Of business outgrowing its capabilities.
Yeah. Because it was never my intention to hurt anyone. I wanted to help women. Because where there were hundreds that didn't get what they paid for, there were thousands that did, and they loved the program. Were mistakes made? Yes, absolutely. I took on too much. I mean, I was drowning. I was burning rubber. I was burnt out. I wasn't asking for help. I wasn't hiring help, and I very well could have because I had the income to do so. I was scrambling behind the scenes to refund women that didn't get what they paid for. Even people who, I don't even know how to say this, like there were people who were photoshopping receipts who were never paid clients of mine who saw the viral video and then Good Morning America that never knew who I was previous to all this media and all the spotlight attention, and suddenly they were photoshopping receipts and I was refunding them because I believed them because they were...
And you didn't say, you know what, I should probably look in my system to verify this because anyone can just ask for a refund. Like, girl, what?
The business was growing so fast and there were so many clients coming on board that she couldn't keep up with who...
I didn't have systems. And I should have,
was with the media coverage and with videos going viral about you. There were customers from the early days, 2012, 2013, 2014, that when all of this happened in 2019, came back after the fact and said, hey, I want a refund too.
Yeah. When we had proof that had proof that they not only did they get their program, but they loved their program. I had emails to prove that. I had all the email correspondence that they could have wanted, and they got results. So it was truly a bandwagon mentality. And then when I said no and I put my foot down, they got ugly. And I mean, some of these things that were said to me,
you didn't have the knowledge of a business. You didn't know what you were doing. So yeah, they're justified to say, hey, I want my money back. You didn't even have the credentials to charge people the money that you charged them. So yeah, they should have a right to ask for their money. Like, they have the right to ask for their money back.
When that video went live, the prank video, I don't know if he did, someone started a petition called Stop Brittany Dawn Fitness Scams. And to give you guys context as to the cancel culture mentality, the bandwagon mentality behind this, 15,950 people signed that petition. That was like as of last week. I checked.
And it's still going?
Apparently. I know, it's ridiculous. I had a little over 5,000 clients. So that is 2/3.
Brittany, people aren't signing that petition because they were your customer. They're signing the petition so that you can't scam other people the way that you scammed them. I don't have to have purchased a product from you to be able to say, hey, you scammed people. This person scammed people, and I don't want to... they shouldn't be able to do that to anybody else. So, like, for her to say it, it's just unfair. It's just ridiculous. No, Brittany, it's actually not ridiculous at all for people to do that.
The state of Texas received complaints. They opened up an investigation. The state of Texas has the ability to bring criminal charges against someone should their actions warrant criminal charges.
Yeah.
Because enough people signed the petition to say, hey, like, this person scammed a lot of people, the state of Texas decided to do an investigation because clearly they found a reason to investigate this.
It was determined early on that none of this was done maliciously. Mm-hmm. You can't settle a criminal charge outside of court.
No.
When you're charged with a crime, you go before a jury. You are either found guilty or not guilty of a criminal charge that then imposes a sentence. That can be decided by the jury. That can be decided by... This was always a civil penalty about the business and the way her business was run and the mistakes that were made. That this was maliciously done and with criminal intent, they would have charged her.
Nobody thought that she did it just for fun, but they are going to make sure that you hear them say it wasn't malicious because, God forbid you ruin her image.
So anyways, that opened up the state of Texas suing me at 28 years old. What a wild ride it's been since then. 4.5 years. It's finally over with as of April 25th.
The settlement is that the $131,000 and some change is attorney's fees for the state of Texas Attorney General's office.
Yeah.
$400,000 of that is what we owe and what we are going to pay back. $100,000 of that is restitution for the clients that didn't receive their packages, and $300,000 of that is what are called civil penalties, which are basically, that's the penalty for not doing things correctly.
Yeah, that's the AKA the...
You said that wrong. It's the penalty for breaking the law and committing a crime.
Lesson learned.
The hard lesson learned. Yeah. So $100,000 of that will go back to clients who didn't receive a program over the course of time.
Yeah. I want to wrap this up by saying that
I don't like him because he literally allegedly got fired from his job as a police officer for assault. So he allegedly shot and killed a dog and allegedly got fired from his job.
And it should be noted that our full intention is to pay back all $400,000. I think
our full intention is to pay back the money that we are legally required to pay back. Oh, you're so kind and generous.
I can confidently sit here today and say that I've learned from this hard lesson. I've learned from my mistakes. I've learned from my errors. I don't know what the future looks like, but I know that from this moment forward, this is in the past.
But you're still going to make more videos talking about it because you're going to make money off those videos that then you're going to use to pay back the people you scammed. So
I don't say it lightly when I say that the last 4.5 years have been a living hell, and it's time for it to be brought to the light. People that just don't like us for whatever reason, and that does not deserve a place in this video.
You decided to be a grift. You decided, I'm going to do the adoption grift and share our journey and our infertility. And, oh, look, we are Christian now. Let's grift off Christianity so people can't be mad at us and call us mean names. No, Brittany, people have reason not to like you.
That I'm sorry. I've learned from my mistakes. But from this moment forward, I'm moving on. This is in my past. I have every right to move on. It's been almost 5 years. It'll be 5 years in January next year. I didn't scam anyone. I didn't fraud anyone. I'm not a scammer. I'm not a fraud. I'm not a grifter. And I'm done tolerating being called that by people online, by news headlines, by articles.
Hey, Brittany, you are a grifter. You tried to say, I'm sorry, but I'm not a scammer. I'm not a fraud. No, Brittany, you are. You sold a product or a service that you did not provide. People paid you for something they didn't receive. That is a scam. That is fraud. So you are a scammer. You did commit fraud. So you just canceled everything you said before that. Everything is null and void. You are not sorry because you're still going to sit here and say that you didn't do anything wrong. No, Brittany, you did. You're not even apologizing for anything at all now. Oh, like, I'm sorry I messed up, but, like, it's your fault. Like, you are a grifter. Because when you started getting in trouble for it, and you started getting sued by the state of Texas, you decided to change your content to Christianity and fostering.
Because at this point, it's become a clickbait title. I'm so proud of...
I understand you wanting to move on from the situation, but if you truly wanted to move on from it, this would have been your only video about it. You wouldn't be making any more. You wouldn't be making this a series. You would just be done talking about it.
I'm so proud of myself for the growth that I've encountered. I have faced some hard things at 32 years old. I would not be where I am. I wouldn't have made it through the fire without smelling like smoke if it wasn't for my relationship with the...
Hey, Brittany, you wouldn't have had to go through the fire at all if you hadn't scammed people.
The only reason I've made it to this point is because of Jesus. He has carried me. He has sustained me. He has given me the courage and the tenacity to get through this. Mistakes were made. I'm genuinely sorry. And I'm moving on. And I have every right to move on at this point in my life. Yeah. This will be a 5-part series, possibly 6 parts in case this video becomes 2 videos. This is the beginning of some pretty intense conversations that I am ready to have, as hard as they are. So, okay, well, we'll see you guys in the next vlog.
Brittany, you just said, I deserve to move on. But we're also going to make this a series and have like 5 or 6 videos to post about this topic. And we're going to continue to talk about it, but like we want to be done with it. Brittany, if you want to be done with it and you want people to stop talking about it, don't make videos about it. Just be done. Just go back to your other content. Okay, y'all. That is going to be it for today's video. You know what? I pretty much said everything I needed to say in this video, so I hope everybody has a great day, morning, night, whenever you watch this video. I hope it's a great day. So yeah, see you in the next video. Bye!